Before I begin this story, I want you to take a second and hit the like button, leave a comment after listening, and subscribe for more real-life stories that touch the heart and heal the soul. Because today's story isn't just a story, it's a mirror, a reflection of thousands of silent heartbreaks that happen behind closed doors. This is the painful journey of a man who gave everything for love, only to watch it fall apart because the woman he trusted was loving someone else. Take a breath, open your heart, and let's begin. His name was Daniel Carter, a quiet, hard-working man from Ohio, 35 years old, stable job, soft voice, the kind of man people describe as the steady one. He believed in love, he believed in loyalty, and most of all, he believed in his wife, Emily. Emily was the opposite of him, bright, outspoken, full of energy. She walked into a room and every pair of eyes turned toward her. Daniel never understood why she chose him. She always said, "Because you're the only man who ever made me feel safe." For 7 years, he built his life around her happiness. Birthdays, anniversaries, little surprises, late-night drives, holding her when she cried, celebrating her wins, and comforting her losses. He thought they were perfect, but perfection is the easiest mask to break. It started small. It always does. Emily began coming home late. At first, she blamed work. Then her phone started buzzing at night. She smiled at the screen and then turned it face down. Daniel felt the shift. Not loud, not dramatic, just a subtle coldness that grew day by day. One night, he asked gently, "Is everything okay?" She laughed, too quickly. "Of course it is. You worry too much." But a woman who loved him never would have said it like that. The first crack in the marriage was invisible to the world, but loud enough for his heart. It was a Friday. Emily said she would be out with friends, girls only. Daniel smiled and said, "Have fun," but something didn't feel right. He waited and waited and waited. At midnight, she still wasn't home. Her phone was dead, her location was off. For the first time in their marriage, Daniel's chest tightened with a fear he couldn't explain. At 1:17 a.m., a message popped up on his screen from a coworker. "Bro, I don't know how to tell you this. I just saw your wife at Lakeside Bar, and she's not alone." Daniel froze. Blood cold, hands shaking, heart pounding so loud he could hear it in his ears. He grabbed his keys and drove. The bar was dim, noisy, crowded, but Daniel didn't need to look hard. There she was, Emily, his Emily, laughing, leaning forward, touching another man's arm as if it belonged to her. The man she said was just a coworker. Daniel stood there, not moving, not breathing, because the woman he loved was kissing someone else, right in front of him. No hesitation, no shame, no guilt, just betrayal in its purest form. He felt something inside him die, quietly, silently, completely. He walked out, didn't confront her, didn't scream, didn't cause a scene, because sometimes the loudest heartbreak is the one you carry alone. If you're still listening, it means this story has touched something deep inside you. Please like the video and comment what moment hit your heart the hardest. Don't forget to subscribe for more real and emotional stories like this. Let's continue. Emily came home at 4 a.m., hair messy, lipstick faded, perfume of another man still lingering on her clothes. Daniel sat on the couch in complete silence. When she saw him, her face dropped. not because she was guilty, but because she was caught. "Daniel, I can explain." But he raised a hand. "Don't." For the first time in 7 years, his voice was colder than she'd ever heard. Emily broke. Tears, excuses, stories that didn't match, promises she no longer knew how to keep. Daniel listened, not because he believed her, but because he needed to hear how far she would go to protect a lie. And she went far, too far. For weeks, Emily tried everything, crying, begging, apologies, therapy sessions she never cared about, touching him gently like she used to before she touched someone else. But Daniel had changed. Love doesn't disappear overnight, but trust does. And once it goes, it doesn't come back. He slept on the couch, stopped asking where she was, stopped caring about her excuses, stopped hoping. Because hope is a luxury you lose after betrayal. 3 months later, Daniel filed for divorce. Emily collapsed to the floor when she saw the papers. "Please, don't do this. We can fix it." He stared at her with eyes no longer soft. "You broke something we can't fix." She cried like she never cried before. But tears can't rebuild what betrayal destroys. Divorce didn't make Daniel free. Not immediately. He felt empty, numb, lost. Nights were the worst. The silence, the memories, the "what did I do wrong" looping in his head. But slowly, pain became peace. He started running every morning, cooking for himself, meeting new people, building a life that didn't depend on someone else. He discovered something powerful. Sometimes losing someone is the only way to find yourself. And Emily? She tried to come back. Of course she did. But Daniel was no longer the man who waited for her at 2 a.m. with hope in his heart. He walked away, straight-backed, unbroken, reborn. If this story touched you, if it reminded you of your own journey, please like the video and comment below. Your words may help someone going through the same silent pain. And don't forget to subscribe for more real, emotional, true-to-life stories like this one. Thank you for listening. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and remember, sometimes betrayal is the door that leads you back to yourself.